going to look at understanding subject, verb, and object. Understanding subject, verb, and object. Okay. So, welcome in today's video. And if you're watching this for the very first time, here we learn English and Luganda. Yes, you can share the link. Such as proceed. May I know where you're watching from, please? Okay, so tugenda kutunuulira ku subject mu sentence, verb ne object. We're going to look at the subject, verb, and object as I've earlier told you. Remember, sentence comprises of a group of words that make complete sense. For example, in a sentence like, I am very tired. I am very tired. It comprises of, what do I mean by words? Words is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this sentence comprises of 1, 2, 3, 4. It comprises of 4 words. So a word is like an English noun or pronoun in a sentence. So a sentence comprises of words that make complete sense. So sentence eba ina kye bayita ebigambo, ekolebwa ebigambo ebikola amakulu. Ndowooza tuli ffenna. Okay, so sentence, eno gye bayita sentence, it comprises of a word that make complete sense. Eina ebigambo ebikola amakulu. I am very tired today. So I, remember we said pronouns, I kitegeeza nze. You're talking about yourself. I, nze. So I am very tired today. Nze nkooye nnyo leero. I am very tired. So this is a complete sentence since the words are joined together to make sense. Ebigambo bikola amakulu w'obyogera. So this is one sentence. Remember, we said a sentence comprises of what we call a subject, verb, object. Hope we are together. Sentence ekolebwa subject, ekolebwa verb, ekolebwa ne object. Okay, this is my sentence I've given you. I am very tired today. So subject, gw'omuntu omukulu, oba it is the main actor acting in the sentence. What do I mean by this? So subject is a noun or pronoun in the sentence. Remember we looked at pronouns. Pronouns wagamba ze bayita nakasigirwa mu lulimi Oluganda. Okay, so subject yange lye liba erinnya eriri mu kwogera oba erinnya ekkulu mu mboozi. So sentence mu Luganda baziyita emboozi. Emboozi ze bayita sentence. So emboozi. So mu sentence yange oba mu emboozi yange eno, subject ye muntu omukulu oba kyekintu ekikulu kye mba njogerako mu sentence. So for example, in this sentence I have I am very tired. Subject yange egenda kubeera I, nze. I am very tired. So my subject is I. That is the subject. What is the verb? Verb is a doing word. Ekigambo kyekikolwa. For example, eat, play, talk, jump, drink. That is what we call a verb. Verb kyekigambo kyekikolwa. Ekigambo ekiraga ekikolwa mu mboozi. Oba it's a doing word. A verb, it's a doing word. Ekigambo ekiraga ekikolwa. For example, walk, okutambula, eat, okulya, drink, sit, and many others. Whereas subject gano gaba noun or pronouns in the sentence. Twagamba noun kitegeeza erinnya ly'ekintu kyonna kyonna. For example, a cup, a plate, a tree, and many others. That is what we call a noun. Hope we are together. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm fine. Let's proceed. Okay, so twagamba subject erinnya oba pronoun acting in the sentence. Verb kyekigambo ekiraga ekikolwa is the action in the sentence. So object is the item or element on which the verb acts. Once again, object is the action or rather object is the element or item on which the verb acts. So object yange kyekintu verb ekikolwa kyekibeerako. Olumba verb kikolwa. So object yange kyekino ekintu ekikolwa kyekiri mu kubeerako nga bwe tugenda okulaba in examples. Okay, let's have another example such that you further understand what I'm talking about. In this example, Peter eats what? Peter eats tomatoes. Peter eats tomatoes. So this is a sentence. It says Peter eats tomatoes. So remember we said a subject is a noun or pronoun. So remember we looked at pronouns. Pronoun is a name of anything. Erinnya y'ekintu kyonna kyonna lye bayita noun. Then pronoun ke kagambo akayimirawo ku lw'erinnya oba nakasigirwa. So pronoun, instead of using Martin, I can use he. Instead of using girl, I can use she. That is what we call pronoun. This sentence, number 2, it says, Peter eats tomatoes. Peter eats tomatoes. So this is going to be Peter alya ennyaanya. Peter alya ennyaanya. Peter eats tomatoes. So in this case, subject yange, the person whom I'm talking about in this sentence, the main actor, is Peter. So Peter is my subject. Peter is going to be my subject in this sentence. So what is the action? The action Peter is doing is eats. So Peter eats. So eats is my verb. Hope we are together. So it is going to be my verb. Super. My verb is eats. Hope we are together. Okay. So if he eats, what does he eat? So eating, it happens on tomatoes, implying that if my verb is eats, yes, Peter eats. But what does he eat? So he eats tomatoes, implying that the action of eating is happening on what? Tomatoes, implying my tomatoes are the object. Hope we are together. Once again, in this sentence, Peter eats tomatoes, we have Peter as the subject. Eats is the verb. We've said a verb is a doing word. Ekigambo ekiraga ekikolwa. For example, walk, eat, drink, sit, and many others. Ekigambo ebiraga ebikolwa. So, eats is going to be my verb. Hope we are together. And what does he eat? Tomatoes. So the action of eating, it happens on tomatoes, implying that my tomatoes are the object. Ngambye Peter alya ennyaanya mu Luganda. So subject oba omutwe omukulu oguli mu kwogerwako mwene emboozi ye Peter. So egenda kubeera subject yange. Ekikolwa kiri kulya, alya. So ekikolwa alya, eats, is going to be the verb. Hope we are together. Okay, so wabanga alya ekyo kyali mu kulya kubanga ekikolwa kiri kulya. So okulya kuli kuki? Alya nnyaanya. So tomatoes zigenda kuba my object. So mu sentence mubeeramu kye bayita object, verb and subject. So like I've explained to you, ndowooza mubitegeera. Okay, let's have another example. Mwongere okubitegeera. Example 3. Let me use children. Children are reading books. Children are reading books. So in this case, I want us to identify the subject, verb, and the object in that sentence. Identify the subject, verb, and object in this sentence. Hope we are together. Can you please send your answers and I see? In this sentence, children are reading books. I'm giving you just a few seconds. Children are reading books. What is my subject? What is my verb? And what is my object? Subject yange mweno sentence. Abaana bali kusoma bitabo. Abaana, so this in Luganda is going to be abaana bali kusoma. Abaana bali kusoma bitabo. Abaana bali kusoma bitabo. Children are reading books. So in that sentence, can you please identify for me the subject, verb, and the object? What are your answers, please? Can I have a look at your answers? I'm fine. How are you, dear? So, in this sentence, my children are the subject because we are talking about children mainly. Abana, you're going to cover subject. So my subject is children. Children are my subject. What is the verb? Verb is reading. Okusoma. Reading is the verb. Verb is reading. Super. Okay. What about, what is the object? Yes, they are reading, but what are they reading? They are reading books, implying that reading happens on books. So books is going to be my object. Hope we are together. Ndowooza mwena kyemutegeddemu. So ngambye mweno sentence abaana bali kusoma bitabo. Abaana since bye twogerako egenda kubeera subject yange. Ekikolwa verb egenda kubeera kusoma kubanga reading. Super. Abasoma ki? Ebitabo. So ebitabo ekikolwa kiri kusoma, kusoma kuli ku bitabo. So ebitabo bigenda kubeera my object. So in that way, that is how we identify subject, verb, and object in sentences. Okay, let's proceed. Let's have another example. Example 4. Students are taking lunch. Students are taking lunch. What are the subjects, objects, and verb in that sentence? Students are taking lunch. Students are going to be my subject. Subjects, they are students. What are they doing? They are taking lunch. So taking is the verb. What are they taking? Lunch. Lunch is my object. Hope we are together. Abaana bali mu kulya lunch. Hope we are together. Okay, let's go to example 5. Example 5. If you say, I am listening to the radio. I'm listening to the radio. Nze mpuliriza radio. Nze mpuliriza radio. Nze mpuliriza radio. Mpuliriza radio. Okay, I am listening to the radio. It's going to be nze mpuliriza radio. In this case, what is the subject? I is going to be the subject. My subject is going to be I. What is the verb? Verb is listening. Kubanga owuliriza, ekikolwa kiri kuwuliriza. Owuliriza ki? Radio is going to be my object. Ndowooza tuli fena. Hope we are together on that. So eyo ze bayita subject, je bayita verb, je bayita object. Another thing that normally confuses my students is that in a sentence, when you're constructing a sentence, you have to basically look at these. You can look at the subject, verb, and object. Wobanga constructing a sentence mu Luzungu, otunuulira nnyo subject ogenda kwogera ku ki. So subjects, they can be nouns and pronouns. Remember we looked at nouns. A noun is a name of anything. Noun is name of anything. That is what we call a noun. For example, a cup, girl, Peter, a dress, name it, a chair. We also have tin. Any name that is given to any item is what we call its noun. Oba erinnya ly'ekintu lye bayita noun yakyo. So pronouns ze bayita nakasigirwa. Pronouns twalaba, instead of using for when referring to things which don't have life, non-living things, you use it. For example, cup, if I say the cup is black. The cup is black in color. If I say the cup is black in color, so here you are describing the cup. So instead of using the cup, you can use it is black in color. It is black in color. So it is its pronoun. It has replaced the cup. So that is what we call pronoun. Everybody, pronoun. So pronoun, we now it, we now she, we now he, they, I, and many others. You can use it for non-living things or animals, she to mean a girl, he to mean a boy, they to mean a group, I to mean you personally. So obanga constructing a sentence mu luzungu osobola okukozesa noun y'ekintu oba its pronoun as we've seen. Okay, let's have another example such that you further understand it. If we say like nyagala gamba omuwala oyo mulungi nnyo. Omuwala oyo mulungi nnyo. So a sentence njagala gikyusa ebeere mu luzungu. Omuwala oyo mulungi nnyo. First of all, do you know the name of the girl you are talking about? If you know the name, that is good. So that is my subject. Mulungi nnyo. What is mulungi? Mulungi is beautiful. So omuwala oyo mulungi nnyo. Very, very. Nnyo. Ekintu nga kyamaanyi nnyo nnyo nnyo. It is very. So if you know the girl, you can say, assuming you know the name of the girl, and she's called Mariam. Mariam is very beautiful. Mariam is very beautiful. Omuwala oyo mulungi nnyo. Mariam is very what? Is very beautiful. Mariam is very beautiful. Omuwala oyo, omuwala Mariam mulungi nnyo. So Mariam is very beautiful. Hope we are together. Okay, let's proceed. In this case, my subject is Mariam. Hope we are together on that. Okay, let's proceed. You can have another sentence like boys, what are boys doing? Remember we looked at using singular and plural helping verbs or helping words. For example, is and are. So when you're talking about many or plural items, you use are. Boys are playing football. If you say boys are playing football, this is a complete sentence because it is composed or it is made up of words that make complete sense. But if you say football boys are football playing, boys are, that is not a complete sentence. It is incomplete because it doesn't make complete sense. But when you combine these words very well and you come up with a sentence that makes sense, ebigambo bino bw'obigatta n'ofunamu emboozi ew'amakulu gye bayita sentence mu luzungu ndowooza tuli fena. So if you say boys are playing football, what is the subject in this case? Can I see your answers? What is the subject? The subject is going to be boys. Boys. Subject boys. What is the verb? Verb is playing. Playing is the verb. And what are they playing? Football is going to be my object. Football is going to be my object. Okay, that is it in this video. Have a beautiful night. Bye bye. Wherever.